What is CPU scheduling? CPU scheduling means the sequence in which a process gets CPU for execution, or the ordering of the process in which they get the CPU for their work to be done. So the CPU gets most of the time CPU gets busy and the maximum time, and the process keeps running at all times on the CPU, which increases the throughput of the system, and CPU is never idle. And when when this process performs a CPU operation, then that is called the CPU burst of the process. And when the process wait for some IO operation, that may be an input from the user, then that is called the IO burst of the process. Then scheduling is done by the operating system. Then what are the types of scheduler? There are different types of scheduler. The first is the long-term scheduler. And second is the short-term scheduler, the CPU scheduler, which is also called, and long-term scheduler is also called as the job scheduler. And then is the medium-term. So where does the schedulers work? When the process is in the new state. New state means that the process are waiting for it to get into the ready state. And the long-term scheduler pick up the jobs from the new state, and then this process are picked from the new state and brought to the ready state. From the ready state, it is the job of the short-term scheduler to pick the process from the ready state and give it to the CPU for execution, that is in the running state. This is the job of the short-term scheduler. And the medium-term scheduler, what it does, it takes the job from the means when the process wants to perform some IO operation, then that time the medium-term scheduler takes that process to the block state. Then that is called as the block state or the IO waiting state. Means the process is performing the IO operation. And when the running state gets over, when the process finishes its execution in the CPU, then it goes into the halt state or